Alrighty, boys and girls, how are you all doing? Welcome. Good morning. It's Monday and it's October. New week, new month. Loads of new stuff going on this week. Plus, also looking forward, we have city skylines to look forward to at the end of this month. Meaning we got a few weeks of just keeping ourselves occupied with World of Warcraft. We might have a little playthrough of City Skylines. The currently the only version of it before the new one launches. I want to say 24th. I think it's the 24th. I can't quite remember, but that's definitely on my radar as something to have a little bit of a look at this month. We also obviously have BlizzCon coming up next month, meaning that we now should start looking quite seriously towards patch 10.2. The PTR's been really quiet the last couple of weeks. Like, ridiculously quiet. So much so that it makes me think that they've got most of it ready. I don't think they're really relying on much forms of public testing for this patch at all. I think they've done most of it internally and are quite happy with how it is and are just kind of drip feeding it onto the PTR, just, let people test the raids a little bit, get some feedback on bosses, that sort of thing. But like world content and other aspects of the games, they seem to be pretty chill with, to be honest. There's not too much to report on. It's been like 2 weeks since I've had anything to talk about on the PTR, so I'm not too concerned about the fact that we played a bunch of Cyberpunk recently. Still having fun with Cyberpunk, but I think its stream time is probably drawn to a close. Probably not going to be playing too much Cyberpunk on stream anymore. I'll still probably casually finish the game off stream in my own time, sort of thing. But it's another one of those games, right? It's not a fantastically streamable game. If you are sort of like min-maxing builds at the end game, maybe that can be intriguing. But just playing through the storyline is something that most people would probably prefer to do just themselves anyway. So we're going to play some more World of Warcraft. It's been a little while since I've even logged on, if I'm honest. But considering it is a new month, we have trading post stuff to go look at. I'm intrigued what this trading post stuff is this month. I've seen a few people indicate that it's expensive. That it's a very expensive month on the trading post. There's lots of options for people, and none of them are like your 100, 200 tenders. They're all like 400 plus. I mean, the cynic in me will, point out why that may be, but hopefully there's some stuff that people actually want, and hopefully it's not just that they've jacked up the value of trash just to make it more expensive. We still have Brewfest on the go, do we? Is it still Brewfest? It's still Brewfest for a little while. Harvest Festival kicks in. Harvest Festival has ended. Oops. Harvest Festival's been and gone. Oops, I always miss that event. We got the Turbulent Timeways that have been up and running. Maybe we should run some dungeons to get that on the go, maybe. This is what happens when I go play other games. I kind of completely forget what's going on. Darkmoon Fair's up and running again. Okay. So some cheeky bonus knowledge points for those that may still need it. I'm not entirely sure that really qualifies as many people, but okay. I want to go look at the trading post. What's all this trading post business going to be? Let's head over to Orgrimmar and have a little bit of a look. I guess we should probably queue up for our Brewfest run whilst we do it. Let's get our keg-shaped treasure chest done on this dude. Or at least start the queue for it. I don't know how long the queues are going to be now. The event's been on a little while. I suspect most people have probably got what they want from it, I would assume. Well, let's go have a little bit of a looky. So, what we got this month then? That's not how you hold a crossbow. I should freeze something out. It seems silly that I should freeze something else and this will still show as my frozen item, even though I have long since purchased it. Seems odd. Oh, he's cool. Strange icy flames cause you to sweat and shiver at the same time. I mean, that sounds like a fever. Why would you want to give yourself a fever? Okay, this was obviously it's a reskin of a mount that already exists. But wasn't this a ahead of the curve mount? End of last expansion sometime, I can't remember. What else have we got? A little pet, another pet, little Kel'Thuzad pet, 650, 700, corrupted blade fist. Interesting. Headmaster's skull cap. Are these things really worth 500 tenders? I mean, I kind of get big weapon appearances, maybe. Very Naxxramas styled staff there. Little dagger. Loads of weapons. Loads and loads and loads of weapons. I see what people mean about it being everything being remarkably expensive. Oh my god, the list goes on for days. Okay. Druid set. Death Knight set. More Death Knight. Oh, there we go. Webbed Saronite exoskeleton for Death Knights. As if Death Knights needed another frosty blue set, but yeah, cool. It's got flies on it. I guess it's very Death Knight-y. Druid set. Oh, that's actually quite cool. Bit of a soft spot for anything that's like shiny and gold. I don't think that's a hot take. Oh, Diabrew. Let's go pew pew this fella real quick. Oh shit, we're off. He gets nuked so fast. What are we getting? Our Brewfest tokens. Actually, I wonder if all the things has been updated for Brewfest, because I'm still quite sure there's a couple of things I do, should, and probably ought to collect, since Brewfest comes around only once a year. Squirrels, all the squirrels. Holiday events. Brewfest. So everything Brewfest, we have the renewed Proto Drake, the Brewfest armor. This comes from the keg-shaped treasure chests. Ah, okay. Newly added in 10.17. This was the new thing that they added. I've seen people on Twitter talking about trying to get this thing. I mean, it's a Proto Drake armor set. You know, I'm all for collecting things, but I care very little for my Drake transmog, generally. If that ends up being the only thing I need, I mean, I do need prize tokens for a few other things, apparently. This Brew Barrel is a 200 token toy I could do with. Synth Brew Goggles XL is something I'm missing. Romancing Goggles. I need 500 more Brewfest tokens to get all of these. I've got 200 on this character already. $70 of 70. Okay, yeah. Oh, there's the Chow Down trophy I need as well. I need to go gobble some sausages. Okay, there's not too much there. We'll do some Brewfest ones if I feel the need, but there's with no pets and no mounts. I mean, there's a couple of toys, and I do like to try and get if there's no pets and mounts, I like to switch my focus to toys. Things like armors for drakes are less important to me, but okay, there are a couple of toys we should probably get. The question is for me, is there anything in this month that I really actually would quite like? I mean, that's cool, isn't it? There's no denying that that's cool. On the premise that it's just cool, we'll have that. He is quite cool. The Cold Flame Internal. That leaves me with only 550. I obviously can get way more than that by just doing some stuff this month, but maybe I'll... Call me dumb, but how do I actually freeze something? Do that. Okay. We'll freeze the pet, just in case I don't end up... Well, I mean, that's never going to be a case that I don't get it, but... Oh, is it a shop pet, is it? Oh, if it's a shop pet, I should just buy the damn thing. Is it a current shop pet? I kind of thought I had all of the shop pets. Oh, it was once upon a time and now isn't. Oh, okay. That could be why then. God damn, I didn't realise they're even doing FOMO with the store nowadays. Of course they are. We'll get Fishy Boy at some point, but I'm not signing up a 6-month sub for it. High Scholars Pack. This is still on until the end of October. Should you magically need 500 extra Traders Tender? This is the thing, right? This is mental, right? You get 500... Ignore this, because this doesn't count. What they're selling you is the tender. We're not stupid here. They're selling you 500 Traders Tender for 25 euros here. 500 Traders Tender. That one staff is not worth 25 euros. One transmog appearance is not worth 25 euros. It's actually mental. I don't know how they can seemingly justify it. But, hey, it's, you know, it's one of those, right? It's not my product to sell. If it's not worth it to me... Oh, Imp in a Ball. That's a toy. I didn't notice there was a toy. Yeah, I could have swore this was a trading card game one. Oh, well, we'll just have that. That's an easy solution, isn't it? How could they... Why? Just take it off the store. Okay. If you really are struggling for things to spend your points on. Alright, fair. Okay.
Spirits bless you.
Alright, well, a couple of goodies from the trading post. I guess it's fitting that if we are to get new pets and mounts, that we at least use them, right? Ask a question, then right-click to receive your answer. So it's a fancy magic 8 ball. Oh, I see. Is it any good? Oh, he is kind of cool, isn't he? He's kind of cool. Good for a shaman, you know. Good mount for a shaman, I reckon. Since it's, you know, got that sort of lightning-esque fell energy sort of thing going on. Good for a shaman, I reckon. I mean, I'll dance around on him. I mean, yeah, it doesn't probably get too much use though, considering it doesn't fly. Ground mounts have a real, like, regular vanilla, should we call them vanilla mounts nowadays? Non-dragon riding mounts are in a bit of a weird spot due to their lack of usage for the most part. Obviously, that's getting better in 10.2. But they're in a bit of a weird spot. Any mount that doesn't fly is, I can't imagine it gets much airtime at all. At all. We've got probably enough brewmaster tokens. Where are they? 200. Should we just go buy that brew barrel thing? Where do we get that from? I had phasing issues in Orgrimmar, or at the Brewfest in Durotar last time. Hopefully the vendor's there. Hopefully I can still do the... Is it going to zone in? Yeah, there we go. Is it you? You sell the stuff, right? Brew barrel. There we go. Yoink. Happy. There we go. I do remember there being more. This shield thing I think I need as well, don't I? I'm pretty sure I need this. I do need this. It wasn't showing it me on my all the things because I've probably not got it set to account mode. Okay, so I definitely do need some more stuff. That's fine. That's not a problem. What do you want?
Strength and honor. Go with honor.
Oh,
Go for
there's another 40 tokens.
victory.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, it should be easy to win the sausage goblin now, right? Somebody's doing it by themselves. It's a bit impossible to lose if you're doing it by yourself, right? I'll come back another day. Come back another day. Oh, wrong one. There's a few things I probably want to try and keep chipping away at a little bit. I am so ridiculously close to getting Zirodormi rep to max that I really kind of want to get that to max. Just because it gives the achievement. Which means I'm kind of thinking that it's not a terrible idea to not do randoms, but do specific dungeons and do Dawn of the Infinite. Since That will give me guaranteed rift juice. In 8 minutes, there's a rift naturally. So maybe let's go get ourselves ready to do the rift naturally. Thinking about it, 15.5, 16.5, 17.5. I'm only 2,500 rep away. I don't even think I've done a rift this week on this character, so since we've been playing Cyberpunk a whole bunch. Once we do the rift, we'll get the bonus rep token. We should be good. Then I will feel as if I can go into patch 10.2 having done all of the previous patch content. That's kind of my main focus here. So, you know, I like to keep the reputations and stuff that's available to me capped out. Are we close to getting a... Relatively close on some of those. Valdrakken were quite close to a Paragon chest. Yeah, I like to keep all of the reps just maxed, at least for the current expansion. For no real reason than just, you know, I think it's a good thing to do. I also have a huge amount of stuff on my quest list that surely some of it is current related stuff that I've just missed for whatever reason. Odd things like my Aiding the Accord. I so infrequently finish this now because grinding reputation just seems silly. It just seems silly. I can't see any reason to do it for the most part. Black Ice. I already know this toy. I'll delete that then. Current content's not really a thing for me. Yeah, I'm very content with what and how we've done. Where did those come from? Oh, cool. Yeah, for me, current content stuff comes and goes really quite quickly now. Really quickly. I kind of am a bit of a stickler that I would like to make sure... This is the one character that I try to just do, you know, a lot of stuff on. Meaning that I would quite like if everything was completed on this one character. And then if I need other characters, then sure, but... Goes back to the... Goes back to the fact that this is an absolutely incredible game to just, like, lose yourself in. Lose yourself in and, you know, dump hundreds of hours into without even realizing. In that regard, it does its job fantastically well as far as MMO sort of stuff is concerned. Because that's kind of what you expect an MMO to do, really. Is to allow you to just lose yourself in the game. The only things do I really need much more? I've got huge amount. I've got nearly 15,000 snowflakes again, but I don't think I need much of anything. That's why I can't resub would neglect real life stuff. I feel you. I feel you on that one. It's very easy to do. Are there any outstanding weapons I can purchase even? Yeah, okay, we'll grab this one today. It's a two-handed sword, but I can claim the appearance from it because I'm a hunter and hunter weapons. It's one less thing to have to pick up on an alt, appearance-wise.
Travel safe.
We didn't really get very far with the profession achievements, if I'm honest. Mostly because I was a bit disappointed how so little of the stuff was... backdated. Now, I kind of knew that that was always going to be the case. No, hang on. Where are we going? Professional achievements. Hang on. What's going on here? Craft 2,000 items with dual crafting. This will just casually turn up as and when. Cycle through all the colours of the Convergent Prism toy within a raid instance. I mean, I guess. Oh, hang on. We're not going to be able to complete this in 3 minutes, are we? Sorry, snooze you lose. I'd rather do the actual rift. Welcome in, Carney. Good morning to you. Yeah, a little bit of a haircut. I for the first time in a long time, I didn't stream for a few days. Thursday, Friday. I had a dentist appointment on Thursday, and I had a flipping root canal done on one of my teeth, which knocked me out all of Thursday. And then, to be brutally honest, Friday, I just wasn't feeling it. And since it was like the weekend so soon, I was like, right, well, we'll just chill for a bit. Which is why I wasn't here for a few days. So apologies to anybody who expects to tune in and hear my voice, but I mean, yeah, most people think root canal and their brain falls apart, but the reality is they pump you so full of, like, what's it called, anesthetic, is that the word? I don't know, the painkiller shit. You don't feel a thing. It's a bit the good stuff. No, not even the good stuff. But the apart from the odd sensation of like having somebody poking around in your mouth, I don't particularly like the dentist, let me put it this way, which is why I'm terrible at going and I put it off until I absolutely have to. I had no choice after chipping another tooth last week on a flipping piece of pizza of all things. It was I decided, right, I must go. Booked a quick emergency appointment to get it fixed. And yeah, turned out there's a reason why the tooth chipped. It's because it was fucked. So she drilled it out, root canaled it all, plugged it all back up again, and now it's solid as a rock. But that doesn't fix some of the other problems. Yeah, I don't like the dentist. I can put it that way. I'm not a fan of the dentist. Dentists have all the power to destroy your mouth. Well, yeah, there's no denying it's a skill that I think is vastly undervalued. Dentists are absolute wizards. Like, the shit that they can do with a tiny little tooth in your mouth is crazy. I mean, when you think about it, teeth aren't exactly big, are they? And yet they can prod and poke and drill and do all sorts of things, and it's very impressive what they can actually do. Ultrasonic plaque cleaning. Oh god, it gives me the shivers just thinking about any of it, to be honest. I'm not a dentist fan in any way, shape, or form. Come on, game. The clock says 11. Let's go. There it is.
Champions, I am glad you are here. We must resolve a rift in time. The creatures you see here belong to a different time wave. Prepare yourself. We must deal with this incursion. Then we will fix what is broken.
For me, the weirdest thing and the thing I dislike the most is, like, even though they give you a bunch of, like, they numb you up so you can't feel it. I mean, you can't feel it directly in the area, you don't get pain, but that kind of like that vibration that goes all the way through your body when they're drilling. Ah, dear, it's like, makes me cringe so hard. It's fingers on a, nails on a chalkboard situation. So it's not the pain that's, I hate. Honestly, pain is not anything anybody wants to deal with, but it's, in a way, it's kind of easy to deal with. You know what you expect with pain. I have I have a weird problem that, and this has caused me some interesting encounters previously. When I'm in a lot of pain, I laugh. And it's very unnerving to professionals who are not expecting that. So, for example, many years ago, I went skiing, and I've only been snowboarding twice in my life, and on both occasions, I've twisted my knee. The first time I did it, I was at the top of a mountain and twisted my knee and, you know, got carted off to go see this nurse. But this nurse didn't speak a single word of English. And so she was like poking and prodding and, you know, doing what nurses do to try and like see where the pain was and check that nothing was broken or anything along these lines. And she got mighty confused that every time she prodded and something hurt, I started laughing, as it's just the weird way my body deals with pain. Luckily, luckily Mrs. Manthius was also there to point out what the hell was going on and that I'm not a complete psycho. But it's I don't know, it's like a reflex. I don't even, you know, it's weird. Something hurts and I just start laughing. I don't know why. Maybe I should have had a career in boxing or something. That would have put people off, wouldn't it? Yeah, he does this in the bedroom all the time. When I'm handcuffed to the ceiling.
The enemy is building
Too much info, sorry.
Demolish them.
I mean, I'm sure if I got shot, I probably wouldn't be laughing. You know, it's one of those, right? It's kind of like a manageable level of pain is just amusing, and for some reason it makes it like, reflex. You know, it's a reflex. It's I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just a reflex. I'm sure if I was in any like life or death level pain, it probably wouldn't be quite so funny, but luckily I've never really had to experience life or death pain. I've only ever broken a couple of bones, neither of them which were overly important or dramatic. Both playing football. What? It's a bit hard to do this when I can't see half of it. Flip. Done. This little section seems really odd, completing those little mini quests. It seems just a very weird, you're out there killing all of these creatures and mobs and spawns and stuff. And, oh yeah, by the way, go complete this tic-tac-toe game. Sure. I envy those people who've, like, finished this weeks ago, though. I tell you what, this last 5,000 rep has taken me so long. But I'm barely doing a handful of rifts a week at the moment. I should have finished this ages ago, but... Find the character out of place, it's always the Murloc. Yeah. The game's a bit weird.
I see we have a powerful foe before us. Defeat it.
Oh dear, I'm pulling the entire zone, not thinking that there's basically nobody here. I need to piece out of this. I've nearly died. That would be. Oh my god! And I've dropped a heal on me without my pet even out. That was dumb level moves. Isn't this dude the what? Oh, I don't know what's going on. Did you know there's a daily buff for Ziradormi Ref? I did find that, actually. I was completely oblivious that that was a thing. Yeah, I forgot there was that daily quest. Up in here somewhere. Yeah, it gives you one of those encapsulated destinies. That reminds me, let's throw one of those on. Why not? Yeah, so your first rift of the day can, in theory, be more lucrative. Found it getting the Brewfest. Yeah, I did exactly the same. I accidentally stumbled upon it. Didn't even know it was a thing. Rip off exposed bolts. Trying to, but I can't click on the damn thing. Nobody else is pulling off the bolts. There we go. Oh, we're not going to get our epic box here. We might not get the epic box. This is sad.
What dystopia breeds these horrors? We cannot let them win.
Doesn't look like we're getting an epic box. Some fucking miracle's gonna happen for us to get that epic box. Got the Brewfest saddle cosmetic this weekend. 80th run. Yeah, some people have been saying that that's an absolute nightmare to get. 100 runs plus for some people. I'm kind of lucky that I couldn't care less about it.
In this time way, the Legion won the War of the Ancients. Demons corrupt this realm to its core. Sargeras saw his crusade of annihilation through to the end. We cannot risk further exposure. Closing this rift is vital.
Right, if we got that buff up, we do. Not that it matters, we've got everything we possibly need from here, but, you know, on the occasion we get an extra bonus pet or something, it's something else to sell. Maybe not necessarily now, but in the future when and if they obtain better value. Oh dear, I've just realised, I hope... Ooh. Ooh, I need to check this, like, as a matter of urgency. I cannot remember the last time I checked my Project Pet Realms. I do not want to lose 20 million plus of pets. Yeah, that's not good news. Ten Drake Shadowflame crest fragments. Was that my reward for using an encapsulated destiny? Are you joking?
I can aid you. I will be here.
Alright, let's turn this in. Oh yeah, for hunters we've technically got everything, but good old hunter weapon privilege means we can buy this to get the appearance for it, even though it's not something we would ever equip.
May your days bring you joy.
Does that mean you've got all of the rewards? Well, yeah, I mean, I know I've got all of the rewards already, but previously it's given me, like, bonus pets and stuff. So it's a bit sad it's kind of completely scuffed me. Right, now we can maybe find that dungeon. That reminds me, we most definitely need to go check Project Pet Realms. Because it could quite easily have been a couple of weeks since I've listed those pets. And if they're all sat, I do not want to lose them to the mailbox monster. That would be a very bad day in the office. Let's chill here, wait for this dungeon. Oh, it might only be 3 minutes for the dungeon. That's very oversized. There's only 5 hours of game time on my auction house account. Oh dear. Oh dear. Maybe we'll just loot mailboxes quickly. I'll post them all again later. Lost a few high values when trying to sell to other realms during Dragonflight launch. Just had too much fun leveling my main toon. My biggest problem is that because things only last 30 days in the mailbox, you think to yourself, 30 days, oh, that's ages. I got, all the time in the world. But if you run off and you start playing, oh my God, 4 days. See, I told you this was, You run off, you go do other things, you go play another game for a while, and all of a sudden an entire month has passed and you've realised, shit, you've lost millions of gold in pets. So let's quick fire through these and loot all of the mailboxes. Oh, this round doesn't count. Alcoholic lets you know if mail expires. Sure, but the thing is if you're not logged into the game, it's not going to tell you. This is the thing, right? It's super easy to accidentally put the game down for 30 days, like 3 days. I might have lost some of the sales actually. I'm glad I thought about this, because I could have easily not thought about this for a few days and lost millions of gold of pets. Let's check the dungeon queue. I mean, obviously, since I pretty much play World of Warcraft as a job, I shouldn't ever really be going that long without logging on. But this is an entirely separate account for a very specific intended purpose that I'm not super religious about keeping up with. Procrastination is strong, so we'll wait until there's just 1 day remaining. I already think I'm running a little bit close to the line with it being 4 days. Okay, the queue should have popped by now. Do I have sound in background on? Yep. You can see that I haven't logged on to any of these characters since the start of 10.17. Pretty obsessive in tracking stuff. I have a journal for tracking everything in WoW. Yeah, I mean, when I'm super engaged with the game, there's no problems whatsoever. Like I said though, it's that when you're less engaged with the game, I've spent the last 2 weeks playing Cyberpunk. Not really paying any attention to World of Warcraft at all, which is why it's super easy to accidentally do this. I know from past experience that you can play this game and think that there's no way you'll ever go 30 days without logging on to certain characters. And then it happens. Have you to play Cyberpunk so I can keep focus on WoW? Well, maybe. That also works. It worries me that this dude doesn't have any male icon next to his name. Oh, that's because he's already got a mailbox full of stuff. Good. Had I only posted pets on a few? Oh no. Mail icon isn't feeling very reliable. Yeah. I'm starting to get concerned now. If I log on to... Okay. Maybe I'd only actually posted pets on a handful of realms in the first place. Oh no, now this one is saying there's mail. Had I just not... Why would I have just not posted on those realms? I don't know. Let's hope it was just squirrels got in the way. Have we not had a dungeon queue yet? These Horde characters, I want to swap them over to Alliance once at some point as well. Just because this 3-second trek to the mailbox and then back to the auctioneer is annoying. It's a level of min-max that's totally unnecessary when I go 26 days without even logging on to the character, but... Okay, average wait time 3 minutes. We've been in the queue over 8 minutes. That average is not very average. Luckily, with very few add-ons on these characters, I can actually fire through them pretty quick. They load super fast, they log out super fast. Why am I getting Tobias's leash on every single realm that I have a character on? I mean, I don't mind because it's 33 gold, but it's annoying because you can only have one of those. Any idea when Season 3 is coming? Week after BlizzCon would be my guess. Some people have been claiming that it's going to come before BlizzCon. I cannot possibly see them launching a patch like before BlizzCon. It's just not going to be a thing. I don't even know why some people are trying to put 2 and 2 together there. It just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I would suspect the week after BlizzCon. So, you know, second week in November. 10 minutes in the queue now. Expecting it after the current time walking chain. Yeah, I mean, we've got a little over 4 weeks of this turbulent timeways thing that they're doing again. And I would suspect very quickly after that. Long vacation first week in November. Yeah, well, BlizzCon will happen. Obviously, it depends what gets announced at BlizzCon. I try to avoid all of this leak shenanigans that goes on prior to BlizzCon. I know some people try and capitalize on it for views and whatever, but like all of the leak business, I think is just kind of pointless. We'll get told at BlizzCon anyway. What does it matter if you know 2 days before? I would suspect we'll get the new announcement. The announcement for the new expansion at BlizzCon. They will probably announce the 10.2 go live date. Although by that point, we'll probably 99% be certain of when it is anyway. I have my suspicion that BlizzCon is also going to be the global launch of Arclight. It's not called Arclight, is it? Warcraft Rumble. I suspect they'll coincide the global launch with that. I also am pretty sure we're going to see a crossover promotion between Rumble and retail at the very least, or just WoW in general, maybe, possibly, but retail at the very least. I don't think we're going to see an integration of Rumble with Battle.net straight away, but I kind of look forward to that because I've been playing Rumble and it's fun. It's pay to win, it's all hell, but the PvE side of it is, you know, you're only progressing your own journey. The PvP side of it is a different story, though. That's very pay to win, unfortunately. But so are most little mobile games like that. Well, it's not pay to win, it's pay to progress. This is the thing, which is similar but different. When are you going to release more videos on Rumble? I've been thinking about trying to sort of start a series for it. It's one of those games where it's a little bit weird to make videos for, because there's only a very, very small handful of people that even can actually play the game right now. And there's this weird thing of not trying to, what's the phrase? Not trying to cook your chickens before they're hatched or something. I don't know what the phrase is, but my point is I'm not trying to blast through Rumble content before half people can even play the game. It's actually, the irony is my little Rumble channel that I set up, I had a little bit of a look at it the other day, and it's averaging pretty good views. It's averaging pretty good views considering it's a channel that's got like 100 subs on it. So I probably should be putting a little bit more focus into making some videos because I've clearly got the early bird advantage here, which is worth quite a lot. And I've played the game an awful lot, so. And actually, I was looking at some Twitch analytics because I'm a stats nerd, and whilst I play I played Starfield, Cyberpunk, Starfield, Cyberpunk, World of Warcraft, and Arclight Rumble, and Factorio on stream last month. Were all of the games we played at least at some point on stream. My viewership declines aggressively whenever I'm not playing World of Warcraft, which is kind of understandable. Yet it didn't really decline at all when I was playing Rumble, so there's clearly interest in what the hell it is. Far more so than other games. Did I just get a dragon shard? For fuck's sake. Always get dragon shards when I don't need them or want them. Up to 7 on this dude now. Is food always on your mind? Well, pretty much. It should be really though, shouldn't it? I think you just notice them more. Well, probably, yeah. No comment on the dragon shards. Believe it or not, I actually still could do with them on my blacksmith. I'm slacking hard. I need like about 100 knowledge points on my blacksmith still, and I just cannot find it within me to even do my weeklies on my blacksmith anymore. I hate this bit. This stupid pissing dodge the ball shit. Okay. Oh, I saw that one coming. Excuse me. I've never actually made it through that myself. It's flipping nightmare, that thing.
The time ways are ours.
And also, I've been kind of seeking a project for World of Warcraft. Something that I can get my teeth into, something that intrigues me, but more than anything, something that I feel comfortable doing on stream. Because I've wrestled with a problem since Dragonflight has launched. I've wrestled with the issue that a lot of goal making or should I say the aspect of goal making that I tend to more so enjoy, just doesn't work on stream. That ever more so, it's about, you know, taking advantage of something when you see an opportunity. And if I'm broadcasting that opportunity to everybody else, that opportunity ceases to be an opportunity very quickly. So any dealing with a region-wide auction house is borderline impossible to do while streaming. Which you may have noticed is hence why I don't stream any of it anymore, because it's just pointless. If I spend a stream looking at jewel crafting and crafting a bunch of things with jewel crafting, the next day everything is negative profit again. Now that's not like I said, this is not any sort of detriment, but it's just the way it works, right? Oh, okay. Mantheus is doing this, so I'll do some of this. It's not through any malice. It's just natural. It just makes sense, right? But it does mean I do far less of it because it's not worth my time. It's not worth other people's time. So I've been looking for and trying to figure out like a project to get my teeth into that if other people wish to do the same thing, they quite adequately could, and it to be something that we can do on stream as well, Because, yeah, I'm really struggling for stuff to do on stream, is the honest answer. Because the way I like to play the game, a lot of it I don't feel as if I can now do on stream. The collection stuff is obviously something we can always do on the stream. But I tend to think the collection stuff is mostly just background footage for some discussion topic, if that makes sense, you know? That under most circumstances, nobody's really paying attention to the collection stuff. It's just whatever we're chatting about at the time. But I wanted to do a bit of a... I've been talking about transmog for ages, and I've started to sort of put together a concept of how I could put my twist on transmog. It gives me the opportunity to both tick the collection itch. It gives me the ability to tick the gold making itch. It gives me the ability to tick the stream content itch. And it could also be converted into a nice little YouTube series pretty well. And it's basically doing a world tour of the dungeons. Doing 10 runs of every dungeon in the game. But not tracking what item drops and how much gold you make from each dungeon. Because that information I don't think is actually, whilst it occasionally makes a good thumbnail, I don't think that actually is helpful for anybody. I want to put the Mantheus twist on it. So I want to sort of start figuring out what's the baseline and which dungeons can be... Which dungeons work well for some classes, if there are any professions that tie up nicely to each of the dungeons if you are going to run them. If for example, if it's a dungeon that you can easily complete with under 6 minutes anyway, then it's an optimal dungeon for like people that don't have speed sets, for example. If it's a dungeon that takes like 9 minutes to complete, then that's where having a speed set would be an advantage, for sure. It's not so much farming the dungeon to see what transmog drops there and what gold you can make from the transmog. It's just more of a, you know, a mini analysis of each dungeon in general. Also, you know, seeing if there's any patterns that could come from there, this sort of thing. That sort of stuff, I think, is more general good stuff to just know. But more than anything else, I want to document it. That's kind of the purpose of this. I want to have it documented somewhere so that you can easily see, right, well, this dungeon is better than the other dungeon, and so on and so on. I haven't quite figured out exactly what I want to do with it, but I'm being very cautious to stay away from the... This dungeon drops this transmog item that just happened to have a minimum buyout of 100,000 gold on my realm, so that's a thumbnail. Because that I hate with so much passion. It feels so cheap and deceiving. Why does it say I'm watching without the sound? Yeah, you can have that as your icon. I think you can just click on your name and change it. Oh shit, Hunter pulled, my bad. 10 runs isn't statistically significant anyway. Yeah, exactly. But you know, to track things that most other content creators aren't paying any attention to, particularly. Is it worth taking a Skinner into the dungeon? Is it worth taking a Herbalist or a Miner into the dungeon? What is the mob density like in the dungeon? How many kills per hour can you achieve in this dungeon? Is it viable to run the dungeon in an eternal loop? E.g., can you do it in under 6 minutes? To achieve doing it in under 6 minutes, do you need a speed set? If so, are there classes that would benefit from being in this dungeon more than others? You know, this is the sort of stuff that's you never really see anybody sort of focus on. And it's all stuff that could easily be sort of, you know, data-based in a way. this is why I Want to Buy Gold did 100+ runs with the community. Yeah, but that was strictly from a sort of, you know, a gold making potential sort of thing. I'm trying to sway a little bit away from that because I understand, and I would hope that I could, you know, help other people understand that this sort of stuff is very fluid, right? You know, if on your realm 20 people have already run that dungeon 500 times, likelihood is that everything in there is worth pennies, whereas the one person that happens to be on a realm with nobody on, that runs it once, finds a rare world drop item that hasn't been seen on their realm and gets a big number out of it. Like, that's just not useful information. It's just fake news for clicks. I think Kraken Latte does a lot of that sort of analysis, but she does it on her own. Yeah, I've seen her doing similar-ish things. For me, it's really something that I can chip away at, you know, nicely on stream, and it can keep me occupied for sure. It kills two birds with one stone, because if I choose to do it on my hunter, which may sound like a mental thing to do, you'd ask yourself the question, why wouldn't you be doing it on a druid? Why wouldn't you be doing it, you know, on a class that runs, you know? If I were to do it on my hunter, it kills two birds with one stone for me, because it means I can actually collect some of the appearances that are bind on pickup boss drops that I haven't had. So I slowly but surely work on my collection. It gives me personally the ability to, you know, start creating a list of maybe dungeons that I should be doing on a weekly basis just because they drop something interesting for me. A pet, a mount, a toy, a recipe, a pattern, or whatever. So, yeah, I'm kind of tempted to do something along those lines. Helping myself whilst also helping the community at the same time. And for me, it ticks many boxes, right? It could be, it's good stream content. People can follow along easily on the stream. If you don't get to catch the stream, then I can condense it down neatly and tidily into short form content for YouTube. So it gets a sort of running, consistent series going there. And eventually, once we complete the world tour, we'll be able to look at the data and analyze it and figure out which ones are actually... And this could vary realm by realm, which dungeons are actually better ones for people to do. If we can, you know, start assigning some numerical values to things like mob density in the dungeons, mob density in the dungeons, you know, external profession viability in the dungeons, this sort of thing, and start to really sort of... I mean, the irony is the conclusion will probably be very similar to what other people have done already. Alderman's really good for transmog farming, but like we'll address the situation in a more analytical fashion, if that makes sense.
Well, here goes nothing.
Haven't played a druid since 2008. I'd be faster walking backwards on my hunter. Well, yeah, I'm kind of the same, right? I've had druids forever and a day because they've always been historically the good farming class. But at the same time, I do not enjoy playing the hunter class. Meaning I've never really taken the time to learn how to play the hunter properly. Now, I know you can argue that running through dungeons isn't playing the druid properly, but still, I like to have a reasonable level of proficiency with the class.
Wait, the proto aspects, I mean.
We face enemies above and below.
Oh look, we've nearly, we're only less than 200 rep away.
I'd hardly say that.
Everyone, the infinites are here, and
I don't think there's any value from getting 5 out of 5 with Zividormi, apart from the achievement, is there? I think that's literally it. I'm quite sure that's literally it. And obviously it's another fill the bar situation.
I cannot explain why, but my instincts tell me we should trust her.
yes, I know. Now, we have to face the infinites together.
And interestingly,
They're the black
I tend to see an awful lot of people focusing very aggressively on vanilla dungeons, clearly, for obvious reasons. But I swear there's some gold mines out there that people have just ignored. Like dungeons from past expansions that aren't vanilla. Like, surely there's got to be some good stuff out there.
My friends, with me, we face them together.
And like I said, I would want to try and not represent good as this is the amount of gold that you could potentially earn. I would want to try and, you know, categorize good in a more statistical way. There is a greater amount of mobs in this dungeon. There are also, like, lots of things to skin. There are also herb and mining nodes, for example, in these dungeons. There is some rare patterns that can drop. If you happen to have this profession, then this pattern also might drop, for example. Meaning that some dungeons might hold more value for more characters than they do for others. Rather than, oh, this thing dropped from me, so now it makes 50k an hour. Because I just think that's dumb.
Fly together. The infinite's heaven.
Cease your actions! The second slow.
Vanilla Transmog's just more appealing than most of the other expansion stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess Vanilla also had a very, very different loot distribution system. Pretty much every expansion since Vanilla has been very, like formulaic, if that makes sense, with the drops that you get. Blizzard was a lot looser with how they created gear back in Vanilla. Since Vanilla, it's all been very structured and very organised. And this is your dungeon set. This is your world tier set. This is, you know... whereas in Vanilla, it was a lot more like, oh, well, this item has this appearance just because it does. Which is, I think, why Vanilla Mog tends to hold more value. Also, because the loot pool is just massive, it means that a lot of the stuff is substantially rarer.
I won't let you take those dark.
Master move! Your time is up! The second slow.
Boom. Cutscene. Hey, we're now legend rep with Ziradormi. Nice. We didn't get nothing from there. Okay, cool. All good. All good. All my slut mugs are vanilla at this point. They just look like body paints. Wow, yeah. Is that still a thing on Twitch, by the way? Is body painting still a thing that people try and get away with? Skirt the TOS system by, oh, here's my titties, but because I've painted a smiley face on them, then you can't ban me. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. I'm sure there's people out there that genuinely enjoy body painting, but it seems like far too much of a coincidence for me. Okay. Was literally... Why did I not get... Were we not meant to get an achievement for getting Zirodormi to max rep? I could have swore that was an achievement, but apparently it's not. I will be sad if that's the case. Do we have to go say hi? Male nipples okay, female nipples no. Hashtag free the nipple. Only watch Goblins, not much body painting in those. Well, that's true. That's true.
I protect the sands of time.
Unparalleled. Boom, boom, boom. Greater paracasual chest.
There is much to do.
Legend of the Multiverse. Finally. What was the title we got? Unparalleled. Manthe the Unparalleled. No, Manthe Unparalleled. Sure. I guess we should use it. What's it? Now we've just got it. What's in this thing then? Wow! 70 flakes. Holy shit, Blizzard. Jesus. Don't be too generous. We've only just grinded out a reputation to max. Sheesh. Big. Big. Ah. Oh. It would have had a Mog you were missing. Oh. Oh. Huge. Let me put all the things just real quickly in account mode. Then it'll show me. Okay. I do technically still need about 10k paracasual flakes. By the looks of things. We've got 16,478 of the damn things, and I need apparently 27,000 of them to get the remaining appearances. So we are a little over 10k short. Although, I do wonder if all the things is doing all the things. E.g., that number not being particularly accurate because there's like duplicates and stuff. Either way, I should probably start sending some of these flakes to other players to start collecting things, shouldn't I? Really. Plate, leather, and cloth weapons.
My goods are crafted with great care. Farewell.
Yes.
Eben Blade commendation badges. Oh, I forgot you could get rep tokens with these as well. I don't think I am ever going to increase Eben Blade rep by 260. That's like one dungeon, right?
At last.
Rustbolt insignia. Curiosity time now. Rustbolt insignia. Rustbolt resistance maxed. No need for rep with those dudes then.
Thank you for your patronage. Got the best deals anywhere.
This dude potentially sells me a bunch of stuff. Male gear bag. Now, it doesn't say I need anything here yet. If I was to switch... Oh, okay, it's only going to show me. These bags, though, could most definitely give me other stuff on other characters. Let me box up a bunch of these. There's no tax on this, right? No. Seven, 8, 9, and 10.
I hope to see
Let
you
me send those over and see where we can spend them. I don't think there's a single scenario in which buying rep tokens from these vendors is more time or energy efficient than just doing it normally. It's a knowledge thing though, isn't it? If you don't know how to get that rep naturally, it becomes... Why has everybody got little dragons above their head? Why has literally everybody got 3 dragons above their head? Dream Surge Defenders. Absorbs the next attack that would damage you, and everybody's got 3 of them? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That's got to be mighty annoying. Oh, shit. You know what we were doing? Pets. See how easy it is to forget. See how easy it is to accidentally get distracted. I've got millions of gold of pets in jeopardy here, and I'm pissing around with flipping snowflakes. Hang on, let's finish this first. One thing at a time. We can turn off, or we can maybe log on to this next dude. At least the auction house is nice and quick. Or the mailbox, I should say. It's not always this speedy. Right, oh yeah, okay, hang on. One thing at a time. One thing. I do not do multitasking. My brain doesn't do multitasking. I don't think anybody's brain actually does multitasking, but some people just seem to think they're better at it. I just know I'm not. I could and should, though, probably run my alts at least through, like, the first Dream Surge of the week for that bonus. I've got enough alts, I reckon, that I could probably get that extra 10,000 Dream Surge-y business pretty quickly if I wanted. Could this end up being one of the first times I end up getting literally everything that is on offer for, you know, every single transmog appearance from an event, so I can just 100% say that event I never have to think about ever again, ever. That would be cool. That's not how games should work, is it, though? That, when you think about that, that's such a almost toxic way of looking at playing a game. What is it I can do to get myself in a position so that I never, ever, ever have to look or think about this thing again? That shouldn't be, that's not a healthy way to play a game, is it really? I do wonder sometimes how my play would be different if all the things didn't exist. There was a period in time where I thought TSM was the most influential add-on, personally, for this game. Now, obviously, other people think different about different add-ons. You know, if you're a hardcore raider, you probably can't do without weak auras. You probably could, but you'd rather not, sort of thing. For me, for a long time, it was Trade School Master. That Trade School Master was the #1 add-on in the game. If you were to take Trade School Master away, it'd be like, GG, well played, I'm done here. But realistically, more and more now, it's switching to all the things. If all the things didn't exist, or that info was not as easily trackable, would I care about it even a fraction as much as I do? And I don't know, you know. Did you just allude to the idea that playing WoW can be healthy? Okay, well, on the scale of, like, healthy being a positive number and unhealthy being a negative number, you want to stay to, at the best case scenario, small negative numbers then, maybe. Everybody tells me it's nonsense because it's all add-ons, and I'm an add-on queen, got all the things saved, instance, WoW Assistant, etc., but still color pencil in my journal tracker because it's so much more satisfying. I mean, in that, you know, if you've got that creative twist about you, I mean, I've historically gone one up from a journal, and I've just used, you know, spreadsheets a vast amount in the past to track all of this stuff. But I do get that, you know, add-ons have their place, but sometimes just tracking things, writing things down, I don't know. We're simple people. Our brains prefer simple things. Ooh, Resonant Echo. Big sale on one of those. Need more MS Paint. Yeah, we've got to get Notepad and Paint out more frequently. We don't get Paint out anywhere near as frequently as we used to. We haven't got fancy golden cakes to be drawing, though, anymore, really. I really wish there was a way to show the guild name, the professions, and the mail on the character select screen. Or just let us pick up every profession on one character. I understand the reason for the limitation. But the limitation is so diluted now. The fact that you can have four characters, 4 max level characters, can seemingly have you a full suite of all 8 of the main crafting professions. You then probably need a 5th character to do some gathering, and if you really want, another character to take skinning. But you know, that's not so much a limitation for people anymore as it is just a minor inconvenience with how quick and easy it is to level characters. And when the reason the 2 profession limit was there in the first place was that so that you physically couldn't do everything yourself. You would need to rely on others for certain things. And the irony is Dragonflight is actually, the way the professions have been done in Dragonflight could really facilitate that mindset. Because Dragonflight professions have been designed very well so that one profession needs the expertise of another profession. Look at, like how alchemy synergizes with jewel crafting right now. Jewel crafting needs quite frequently primal convergence. Are they called primal convergence? I'm doing this all off the top of my head. You need primal convergence, which is an item that is made by an alchemist. Now, obviously, if you pair jewel crafting and alchemy together on the one character, you can facilitate that need. But then you'll find that, oh, well, actually, now I could probably do with a miner to actually get the ore in the first place and this sort of stuff. So it used to be that you would... There didn't used to be that much of a crossover between the different professions. One profession didn't rely on the expertise of another. But at the same time, you could then only have 2 professions. It was like heavily limited, but it didn't matter. now where it's kind of, now where there is some nice synergy and you could have like a specialist alchemist helping out a specialist jewel crafter, you know, creating a economy of demand. You can so quickly just level up 3 bonus characters to 70 and have access to all of that yourself personally. Now, I know goblins have always wanted to go out of their way to be 100% self-sufficient where necessary. And there will be people that, however many hurdles you put in play, will still do that. But I still think it's odd how we still have this 2 profession limit in an age where it really doesn't need to be there anymore. This is the modern day World of Warcraft issue of that it just seemingly feels as if they don't consider this stuff. They just don't consider the fact that
If you want something done,
they just don't consider the fact that you might what the effect of different things is. Did I not get a quest? Hang on. Why did I not get a... Or am I already on... There's a very strong chance I'm already on that. I don't know. My guild relies on my crafting. I'm the only serious crafter. They... I mean, I guess there's still the facility there. This is one of those things, right, that you... When you... Cooking is always the example I bring up here. Of that, there is always that scenario of just because people can do things doesn't mean they will. And that's where... for me, that's one of the main arguments to say that, right, this limitation on only being able to pick up 2 professions nowadays is dumb. Because there are clearly people out there that would love to play and tinker with all of the professions and love to give themselves many more things to play with and whatever. But to have to do it on multiple characters just feels annoying. They'd rather just do it all on their main. There's a workaround to it nowadays and by having alts. But I don't think giving everybody the ability to have access to all the professions would be so instantly overpowered that it would break everything. Because everybody's always been able to cook. Everybody's always been able to have cooking. Everybody's always had fishing. Yet look how lucrative the food market is at the beginning of every patch. Why is it lucrative at the beginning of every patch? Because there are a huge quantity of people that just because they can doesn't mean they have. They have, for the most part, rely on somebody else doing it for them and for the, you know, pay for the convenience of just buying it off the auction house. So why they don't just, you know, give us full access to professions. The counter argument just doesn't seem valid anymore. There seems no reason to not do it. But then again, maybe they don't really pay that much attention or even think about it. Which has been crafting and sort of profession problem for a while. I was really hoping going into Dragonflight that it'd just simply be on the radar more often. I've thought for a while that the problem with professions more so is not that the professions are particularly, you know, bad or not fun or anything like this. It's just from a development standpoint, they just don't get much, you know, they don't get much brain power put into it. 90% of Blizzard as a company's effort goes into dungeon, like Mythic Plus and raiding. So much else is just a very, very minor afterthought. And very clearly the first thing on the chopping block to get axed if, you know, times get challenging. Because you are never going to have a scenario where they don't launch a new raid or they don't launch a new, you know, Mythic Plus season. That's just never going to happen. If they don't have a new raid available, then they don't launch a patch. It's quite simple. The patch is built around the raid. Yet, it's more than acceptable for them to not really do any sort of PvP or profession changes, or maybe just sideline a lot of the world content stuff. And yeah, Dragonflight looked as if it could push professions more into the limelight to hopefully give it a little bit more TLC. And it started that way. It just stopped very quickly. The profession revamp I still think was fantastic. I think the way that it works is very clever, and it is a vast improvement over what it was. It still needs tweaking and tuning. Inspiration is busted. They need to really, really, really pull back on Inspiration's like power. So Inspiration is not only so powerful. Inspiration nukes half of the other game, like half of the other crafting systems, like purpose. So much more was added into the crafting system that's completely 100% not utilized because Inspiration's too powerful. Nobody seems to put 2 and 2 together. This is what amuses me. Frequent questions of like, oh, what do I do with all this artisan's metal? Oh, the crafting system's crap because there's no public work orders and all this sort of stuff. Well, if Inspiration wasn't so powerful, you wouldn't actually have that problem. Oh yeah, it's not difficult to have thousands and thousands and thousands of artisans metal now, because they both limited its acquisition but then also completely nuked its purpose. Like you don't need artisans metal ever for anything. There is maybe a 7-day window at the start of the patch where having a stockpile of artisans metal might be useful to you if you happen to get your hands on a raid drop recipe, or have the gold to splash out quite literally hundreds of thousands of gold for that recipe in the first few days of a patch. Outside of that, Artisan's Metal is 100% useless. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't provide you with any significant sort of tangible advantage, because its primary goal to limit the amount of top-end gear that people could craft was superseded because Inspiration was so powerful that you just recraft the item 3 times and get the same result. For a very, very modest amount of gold, you can achieve exactly the same. So its purpose from the word go was basically null. Screen captured? What? Why did it just screen capture? Huh. Sure. I don't particularly know why I chose to do this on this character per se, but I was kind of hoping that I'd get a... Oh no, because that big boy token thing is a once per week per account thing, isn't it? So actually doing a rift on each of my alts is borderline useless unless I want the...
What do you require? Ponder what we discussed.
Oh, I do get this thing.
My goods are crafted
Okay,
with
well
great
this
care.
is still selling me things I need with these diluted time capsules. Apparently I need 25 more of these, which is not too bad. It's a Hikili feature. It screenshots it when it errors during the rotation. Oh, I see. I need to turn that off then. I don't want it doing any of that business.
Travel safe.
What is it? Speak quickly.
Well,
You have stuff I need. Warmonger's breastplate. So we need one of you. Let's put these down here. One of you. And one of you.
pleasure doing business with ya.
Okay. Oh, there's Alliance stuff. And Horde stuff. Plate girdle comes from the plate equipment bag.
I got what you
Plate equipment bag.
Be careful out there.
There we go. Oh, we got the boots as well. Oh, we already had the boots. We must have got the boots from something from somewhere. Oh. Or maybe we hadn't. Okay. Leather, cloth. Presumably.
Aha! Potential customer.
Okay. There's nothing else there then.
Have a good one.
I've sacrificed everything. What have you given?
Warglaives, not on this dude.
Don't give in to the power of the Legion.
Can I interest you in a new arm?
So many possibilities.
Warriors, Paladins, Death Knights. Okay, we need that entire set. That's 2,500. Oh, I'm slightly short. I need to send some more snowflakes to this dude.
Until next time.
Right, let's send another stack over then. I use all of my metal on Shadowflame recipes, 800 to 1,000 gold profit when they guarantee the rank 3s. Yeah, like I said, this is it. There is some subtle use for it, but like generally speaking, its main purpose was to limit the amount of top end, top end. You might only be able to craft a couple of those things a week, sort of thing. Like I said, it doesn't have zero purpose, but its primary purpose was effectively nuked by inspiration, which was was a balancing thing more than anything else. If they hadn't made inspiration quite so ludicrously powerful, if instead of inspiration giving you like a 30-40% proc chance, and then when it does proc, basically doubling your skill, it was just double bubble, way too powerful. And people that realised that quickly were able to take full advantage of it. Oh, I've got to go back over to that. Oh, Lord, yeah, of course. I've got to go back over to here to turn it into boxes to then post them. Jeez Louise.
You are in for a treat.
One to send over for plate. 1, 2. Can I just buy like 9 of these? Oh, I can. Okay. That should be. That's only 2,500 for each character. How much we got? Let's just box it all up. It's not like I need any. We'll box it all up. We'll send it across. How many? We can get one more.
May your days bring you joy.
And we'll just send it from one character to another until they don't need any more. Where's me pigeon gone? There's me pigeon. What? What? Yoinked my pigeon. Ah, a stupid game. I forget it does this. Go back and use the regular mailbox. Like a regular person. Send those there. Right. Did you finish collecting all the mail? Yeah, I did. Yeah. My pets are safe for another day. My pets are safe. I will probably post them again, but we have City Skylines coming up in a week or two's time. It's going to be a bit risky. I don't want to lose them again. Okay. Well, I can't use the mailbox here, can I? So I can't even get those. Oh, flipping hell. Can I do it like here? Is it going to let me use my pigeon down here? Right, so what was it I needed? I needed the ensemble still. This is going to make all the things go bananas. Loads of appearances. Is there a category specifically for... Oops, wrong button. Is there a category specifically for expansion features, Dragonflight? No. Outdoor zones. Dragon Isles. Dream Surges. Rares. Caverns. Time Rifts. So, looking at this then, common boss drops from the Rifts, Grimoire of the Trickster Fell Imp, Grimoire of the Vortracious Felmore. I need to then do that on my Warlock. I don't even know if I have a Warlock. I definitely don't have a level 70 Warlock, so I guess I'm not getting those. To Zirodormi's Aid. This is likely not able to be completed by this character even using Party Sync. If you manage otherwise, please let us know on Discord. Becomes unavailable if one of the following are met. Completed quest, this quest. Okay. So we've scuppered that one, that's fine. Diluted time capsules. We need 20 more of these things. So this is just doing a rift once per character per week on a bunch of different characters to get the cloth, the weapon. Yeah, okay, sure. Then the Paracasual Flakes. This is what I'm trying to spend at the moment. Okay. Lots of cloth things, lots of leather things. There's still plate things it says we're missing. Anomalous Greaves, Pauldrons, Stompers, and Van Bracers. From She Everbreeze. Oh, right, yeah. They're the ones that you have to get a... Sure, I know why those are there. We need the ensemble for cloth. The ensemble for... What's that going to be? Leather. Then there's some alliance things. Leather. Leather. Cloth, leather. Okay, plate-wise, I think we're good. I think we're good plate-wise. Let's jump onto the mage. Clothy, grab some stuff on him. When was the last time I checked this character? Oh, okay, not long ago.
Champion, may I have a word with you?
Loot mailbox. Okay. Bunch of flakes to spend if necessary. We need dilated time capsules for all of this stuff.
Farewell.
You apparently don't have anything. You don't have anything. You are not an NPC. You're the wrong NPC. You have stuff I need. What do we got here? Cloth gear bag. We don't need anything from that. Cloth equipment bag. Warmonger's cord and tread. So we can do one of those. Oh, hello. We're out of
Hurry back. Time is money, friend.
So we need one of these. Do we need this as well? Probably not.
Keep it real.
Okay. Oh, that gives both of those. Lovely stuff. Why didn't all the things shout at me? Oh, because I haven't learnt them. Derp. What do you think about the Emerald Healer pet? It's 100 times better than the Brutosaur mount. I see great potential and gladly pay gold cap or even $100 for it. I have no thinks because I have no idea what we're talking about. Emerald Healer pet? What's this? Have I missed something? Has something gone straight over my head?
Can I show you my wares?
Call me dumb or I've missed something. The little dragon that flies with you and has an auction house, a bank, a vendor, etc. Auction house, mail, vendor, repair. But only up to 30 minutes at a time. Who now? How, where, why, when, and who?
Glad I could help.
I've clearly missed this one. Oh, it's a Dream Surge buff. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess it's cool having access to all of that stuff. It's definitely better than the Brutosaur. If it's only a buff, though, I mean, it's... I mean, if they were to turn it into something, cool. But I would be surprised if they ever would. I mean, there's a reason why it's a buff, right?
Azeroth must not fall.
If I buy this... You don't need to be level 70 or anything to learn the appearance, do you? I'm just thinking I don't have a Demon Hunter at high level, but that's not a problem.
Remember, nothing is more important than the Legion's destruction. We are united in purpose.
Oh, what am I missing?
Farewell.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The skies call to me.
Boom. Right, that should be all the clothy stuff then. Let's then send the rest of these flakes over. See, I'm pretty sure at this point, this is a scenario of all the things lying to me. I don't think I needed anywhere near as many snowflakes as all the things is claiming. I mean, the whole theory about the, what do you call him? About the long boy. Throwing an auction house into a random zone is definitely problematic. As every instance of an auction house creates massive server load. Thaldraszus, though, is probably a zone that gets very, very high priority on server resources in the first place, meaning that it's probably not going to be any noticeable amount of difference because they expect Thaldraszus to be the zone with a shitload of people in. The issue was when, 3 long boys would pop up in a random zone that was not given any server load previously, and it would spike the server load through the roof and cause massive lag for other players in the zones. Just because there is, just by virtue, not that much resources given to that zone normally. That was one of the biggest issues with it, I feel, and hence why they hacked it out of the game pretty quickly. Right, what do we need for leatherworking then? We've got, what's that, like 5,500, 6,000
Yes.
tokens.
There's work to be done.
We need some stuff from you. We need that bag. We don't need that bag. We don't need that bag. We need that bag. So 1, 2, 3 and a bit thousand there.
If you ever need anything,
I mean, let's just use it all. We can always box it back up again, can't we?
what's up?
Warmonger's head cover. Warmonger's belt and boots. Warmonger's vestment.
Pleasure doing business with ya.
Okay. Now this dude needs nothing more than a few Alliance bits and pieces. Alliance plate equipment bag. I didn't realise there was Alliance and Horde variations of these. Okay.
Hurry back.
And then lastly,
We have
the
slept
leatherworking
long
ensemble.
enough. In unity, find strength.
Boom. That, in theory, is 99% of everything we can get with snowflakes now. I don't think there's much of anything else we can get with snowflakes now. We have 1,365 and all the things claims that I still need 5,800 of it, but I don't know where I could possibly spend 5,800 of it. The ensemble life givers garms. Didn't I just... I've just used that. Already known. Hang on, let me refresh all the things. Sometimes it goes a bit cuckoo crazy. Shift click to refresh. Life Giver Jerkin is still something I need, apparently. How do I go about getting that, then? ATT might also be counting flakes for rep tokens that you need. Yeah, I don't know. It feels weird. It doesn't feel like there's actually anything that I do need here.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Because
My
there's this
life is
thing.
dedicated to destroying the burning legion.
Which, have I got 1,000 on me? I do. That needs to be sent to a demon hunter. Which is easier said than done. I still need a lot of this stuff. But this requires me to just do a rift each week on a bunch of on a clothy, a leather wearer, and a plate wearing class. I don't have that many 70s though, so this is a slow and steady chip away at it. But my point of all of this is that snowflakes-wise, I think I have everything I can possibly get with them. Apart from a few alliance things, which I didn't realise was a thing. I don't know how I'm going to get those, because I don't have a level 70 alliance character. And I definitely don't have a level 70 alliance characters that are also specific you know, Jinglist gauntlets, Jinglist van braces, and Jinglist vestment. I have no idea how I'm meant to get those. So I'll assume I can't. That's the easy way, right? Once again, I'm so glad I never downloaded ATT. Yeah, it's literally like WoW crack. I don't recommend it to people unless they're already way invested in it. It's ridiculous.
The Isles have awakened. May the waters protect you.
Okay. I need to now try and figure out where my demon hunter is. I have a demon hunter for these warglaves. I think he's still on Sylvanas. I didn't ever bring him over, did I? No. Yeah, Tarantino. A level 60 demon hunter. I should probably drag him over, shouldn't I? You're right, that is some hideous mog. Probably be better to do heroin than ATT. At least people would be happy in their world and not stressed in WoW. I mean, I can't advocate for any such thing, but I get your point. What? Tarantino. Oh, it really worries me that this is not. There we go. You can have that, my friend. Yes. Send. Right, let's actually go and loot that item and learn it. Otherwise, that'll get sent back in 30 days. No, don't do this gear update shit. Yeah, I do not want the free gear upgrade. Go away. This has anybody played with this free gear update thing? It's terrible. It gives you level 60 gear, but if you'd actually played that character at any point in Shadowlands, it gives you gear that is substantially worse than the gear you already had. It's like, no, shut up. Go away. You are not helping me. 3 bags though? I'm sure. The ones I got it on are all 60 or lower, never touched Shadowlands, so all good. I mean, in that scenario, I guess it kind of makes sense. But if you were 60 and had played in Shadowlands, it's a terrible choice to take. Okay, where am I at then? We've chipped away at a few things today. I haven't done a Nax one. I haven't done my Nax one on my Hunter this week, I don't think. I should get a Nax one out of the way. It still worries me that I think I still need to be doing ZG runs as well. A few dream surges and you caught up again? Well, probably. Right. I could, and I probably should, do some time walking dungeons, actually, thinking about it. That might not be a terrible move. Let me grab a drink quickly, hang on. Do not forget about the time walking mount. Yeah, it's probably not a terrible idea to do some time walking. Is there a... What's this dude dishing up this week? Time walking, raid bosses or dungeons.
Go in service.
No, wrong button. Does it say about in here? We've done the Brewfest thing. Firelands time walking. Okay. I was assuming it was in there. Need to do 4 time walking. Buff only lasts 3 hours, so can't spread the pain over the week. For manuscript, okay, it's first try of the day, but for 3 times, 100% on rarity, and no RAM is weird. Oh, is there a bug with Diabrew? I think the RAM is just ridiculously low chance. I don't think it's as silly as like the Love Rocket, but I think it's on par with like the Headless Horseman mount. I think it's the one that's just meant to be really difficult to get. Scorched Satchel of Helpful Goods. Alright, fine. Are these dungeons going to be relatively quick, because there's lots of people doing it still? RAM took me a few years. Because there's 2, isn't there, from Brewfest? There's 2 from Brewfest, and I think it was only a year or 2 ago I got the second of the 2. Love that I got the Love Rocket the first run after they raised the drop rate this year. I mean, the annoying thing was for many people is they raised the drop rate, but only on the first kill per day. So people still couldn't like aggressively farm it unless you had like 50 ults. And I can understand why that sort of annoyed people. But I had it back in the day when it was, you know, still rare. Right, 4 minutes to kill for this to turn up then. What have I got knocking about in this? I've got huge amounts of random quests. that I should probably be chipping away at. I've got some real dumb stuff, like, why have I still got Nylothar Raid quest? I've kept this for a reason, and I can't for the life of me remember why it is. Equally, I have... Where's it gone? Black Empire campaign? Is it this one? No. I can't remember. Why are these in my quest log? There's definitely a reason. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I was farming shreds of insanity at some point. To make my void focus to... Yeah, this was to try and get... to level up my void focus so I could craft some more leatherworking recipes that I still hadn't unlocked from some expansion. I genuinely can't remember what I'm talking about here, but it starts to make sense roughly in my head. That would have been BFA stuff. Yeah, this sort of thing. You need to craft the previous one to unlock the next one. And it actually ended up that the materials to make the thing weren't the problem. It was more the fact that my void focus wasn't leveled up properly, which is stupid. Are they... Oh, this is a good question. Are they ever going to get round to making BFA flipping considered legacy? Because the fact it's still not considered legacy content is a problem. Because you can't solo the damn stuff. Or, well, you can, but not, like... efficiently. Go on, tank. Go on, tank. Hey! Tank was awake. Oh, this one. I hate this one. End time. Well, at least we might chip away at some transmog at the same time. .2.5 with BFA time walking. That's a true possibility.
You must give peace to these lands. You are to kill us.
This was a dogshit dungeon in its day. Now it's on time walking, it's even more trash.
Band of Deathwing's converts? I'll be sure your death is especially painful.
Luckily they're time walking dungeons though, so they're not exactly too much of a challenge. Should just be able to nuke through these pretty quick. Are we gonna pick one? I'm surprised I still remember how to do that, you know. It's probably been many years since I've been in this dungeon. Considering how little I do time walking. I should do more time walking, you know. I don't know why I don't do much time walking. I really should.
Darkness to this place. A perpetual midnight.
There is nothing left for you here.
I don't even know where we go.
I'm sorry.
Emerald Dragon Shrine, I guess. I know some people swear by time walking as a fantastic way for leveling. alts. There's part of me that thinks that I really should just focus on an alt army. Because whilst an alt army isn't necessarily always useful, there are many occasions to where it is. I mean, 10.1 has been an absolute alt army dream. It's been quite amusing. With both Dracothists and Nax, alt armies have had an absolute blast in this patch. I bet Zanzaful has made so much gold in this patch he doesn't know what to do with it all. Because his alt army there has had great advantages.
Give yourselves to the night. Elune will guide you from this.
The thing is, for me, like, if I was to start making an alt army, I'd want to get back into multi-boxing again, and that's counteractive to one of the, you know. I started my stream off today by saying I'm trying to find something that I can comfortably do on stream without much too controversy. Multi-boxing is not it. If I start multi-boxing on stream, I'm going to catch myself a ban real fast. Because whilst there's nothing inherently, there would be nothing inherently wrong, I would be doing everything by the book. That doesn't matter in this game. Guilty, it's like unfortunately the world operates nowadays. You're guilty until proven innocent. Obviously, doing it 5 accounts and doing it entirely 100% solo is a thing, but still can't really stream it in my opinion. Zan seems to get away with it somehow, and I hope he doesn't have any issues.
Your light dims. I am lost without your guidance. The darkness closes in. My vision is clouded. Mother Moon, I can no longer see your light. Your daughter is alone in the darkness. I can
Right,
see the light
nuked.
of the moon so clearly now. It is beautiful.
In the Vash dungeon, I only need one more transmog in time working on my mage, but it drops from the optional boss. Oh, well, good luck with that then. Yeah, how are you ever meant to do that on a mage? My initial approach there was be the tank, and then I suddenly realised, yeah, that's not going to work on a mage, is it? That's, unlikely to... Because, you know, obviously be the tank and you just kind of dictate where the group goes and you can just stroll into the optional boss, but that's not going to work on a mage.
Fall unwitting like a blind writhing worm towards endless madness and despair.
I think Zan did catch a ban back when he wasn't running a full set of 5 characters. Yeah, he was running 4 at one point and was catching heat unnecessarily.
I cannot follow any further, except my blessing.
I think he's been alright since he's been doing it as a full team of 5.
Defeat Murazan. The powers of the hourglass do nothing to me. You know not what you have done.
1.
At last it has come to pass. The moment of my demise.
That was quick and easy though. I'll do another one if this group wants to go. Boom!
Cause no more
We're in.
harm. Still, in time, I will.
So what now? Knowledge of time ways. Experience gained from killing monsters and completing quests increases by 5%. Completing time walking dungeons increases the effect and extends its duration. Upon reaching 4 applications, transform into Mastery of Time Ways, increasing that effect to 30%. Okay, straight in. Jump on jellyfish. Does it really extend the duration or just reset it? That's a good question. I don't know. I assume I need to get to 4 stacks within the next 2 hours to make it a thing, though. I don't think I've ever done a completing Cataclysm, which might be something to have a little bit of a look at. If there's any of the Cataclysm zones we still need to do stuff for. What was this character looking like back in Cata? Did it exist? Oh, this character did stuff back in the day. So actually, I could use this opportunity to cap out a little bit more of this Cataclysm stuff. Oh, I got hexed.
Some nuts. You think us defeated so easily.
I mean, I know it's only time walking, but this mage in here is doing redonkulous things. Oh, lag spike. Sheesh. That was big. Where's the spirit mender in here? DPS scaling's completely off in time walking. I mean, it's algorithmically scaled, so yeah, things are always going to go loopy doops.
Take arms, minions. Rise from the icy depths.
Luckily, time walking is pretty much a cakewalk anyway, so.
Destroy these intruders. Leave them for the great dark beyond.
Need to be level 60 for time walking now. Haven't they fixed that? Isn't that half the point of this whole event, that you now don't? Now that it's Cataclysm, you only need to be level, I want to say 35, 30, 35, something like that. Yeah, it was 60. Why can't I skip this? Where's my mouse gone? Hello, game. Can I have my mouse back, please? The game's stolen my mouse. I can't cancel the cinematic. Christ. Okay, well, I guess we wait then. Thank you. I literally nearly didn't even get the tag on the boss due to the fact that flipping I had to watch the damn cinematic. You know, that's like borderline a bannable offense in Final Fantasy, to pull a boss while somebody's watching a cinematic. Something that always amused me was a thing. Oh yeah, Mindbender. Mindbender's dumb anyway. Cloth plate axe. Just do hunter things. Logged onto a level 40 priest that I haven't touched since BFA, and it had gear, bags, reset, and reset of quests. Yeah, that gear update thing. It will even move you to Stormwind or Orgrimmar as well, I think.
My fearless assistants, I assume. As I purify these waters, the servants of filth will surely be stirred. Beware.
Did it lock my pet out? For fuck's sake. Okay, dismiss pet. I'll play the game in a minute. There we go.
Patience, guests. The waters are nearly cleansed.
Nearly cleansed. Not quite, though. How do we think people are going to like this when it goes M+? I don't think it was a particularly liked dungeon back in the day, was it? Or was that just a pug life problem? Maybe it was just a pug life problem.
The beast has returned. It must not pollute my waters.
Did you get your pink? I haven't, no. Maybe I should.
My waters are cleansed. Drink in their power.
Boom.
pure water.
So that's 2. Let me in the box. Right, DPS left. Is the tank and healer going to play game? Love it. For as long as I can keep a tank and healer in the group, I'll keep requeuing. It's when, oh, tank's left. Oh, well, there we go then. Derp. We were so close. We were so close. Having a healer, though, let's give it a second. Pet can tank. Well, technically, probably not too efficiently, though. He had do the Mythic Plus, had fun until he met the elevator. Oh, yeah. Dying, falling to your death on that thing, I bet it's fun. Where'd you get your pink elephants from, then? I know it's only a Brewfest thing. I assume it's around Brewfest somewhere. We could get a couple of pink elephants. There we go. Go on, tank, go on, tank, go on, tank, go on, tank. Yes. Blackrock Caverns. Oh, another. Why have I got a quest over here?
Can I help you?
Kill Beauty for Beauty's collar?
You have a great day now.
Sure. Is this an archaeology quest? This was an archaeology quest back in the day, wasn't it? Yeah.
Not gonna be happy about this.
Yay, pull everything, because it's not my problem. Oops. Sorry, that's toxic of me.
Crack your skulls. Stand still, or I'll crack your skulls.
Zero is the answer, Kahane. I'll let you know. But thanks for the vote of confidence. Is it not almost impossible to not crack the chain? I suppose if people don't crack the chains and then don't run away... Diabrew remote in your bank to the Blackrock. Take the first skip not past Diabrew. Then you run through the pub. Buy strong alcoholic beverages ×3. Get drunk. Go to the lower level of the pub. The elk is on a chair by the main lower exit and you can tame it. Okay. We will get on that. That's, in 2 dungeons time. Oh, I most definitely have room in my pet stall. I think I've tamed about 4 pets in my life.
Heretics! You will suffer for this interruption.
Oh, my pet's going to go do pet things, isn't he? This could be fun. This could be very fun. I forgot that Pet does pet things here.
Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's rage.
I can never remember what you're doing with the flipping beams here.
Rise as an agent of the Master's rage.
I'm just going to stand and tank the beam. Because I can't remember at what point.
Bask in his power. Rise as an agent of the Master's rage. For the Master, I die a
Woo! Easy. No problems whatsoever. I vaguely remember mechanics in these dungeons, but I have not done these dungeons for a billion years. Is nobody going to res the tank? Mage, can we chill? Get our tank back, please. Let's not piss our tank off. Okay. We have not died yet. Rat smash. Rats is cool. Who's next? Karsh Steelbender. We could do some stuff off here. Plate, leather, dagger. Okay, nothing I'm gonna get then. All damage reduced by 99. I equally can't remember what's going on here. You have to stack them. What do you stack them up and then pull him into the thing, and then his armor goes or something? I can't flip and remember. Okay, he's got 7. Yeah. One time in and out. Yeah, see, I knew something was going on there. Forgot about the portal. Everybody's getting pissy at this mage. Oh dear. I love dungeons like this sometimes. Just pull him through. Pull him through. Pull him through. Question is counter. We're not going to be able to nuke him in time. Okay, he's gonna. Oh, okay. Dipped him in and out again. We're fine. We're fine. Gotta love Pug World. Burnt Gatherings? Sure. I guess there is Mog I can get in there. Back in the days when dungeons weren't solely designed around Mythic Plus, and they could have, you know, actual things to do in them. Cataclysm got a bad rap for its dungeons, but in reality I think they had some very interesting things. Oh god, we've got the but you can pull faster, this is only time walking arguments going on. Jesus. See, if I'm in a good mood, this stuff just amuses me. If I'm even on the fence though, this level of toxicity in dungeons makes me want to just smash people in the face. Now the mage has got himself killed. Oh, to be honest, any expansion following Wrath of the Lich King was going to struggle. Yeah, I mean, they hit the highest of all highs at that point, so there was only one direction down from that. But considering people had just conquered the Lich King and then they were getting their ass absolutely handed to them by like a heroic dungeon. It was a brutal reality check, let's put it that way. These dudes. I can't remember how these things die. I don't know, let's just kill the main boss and worry about it in a minute. Down he goes. Easy game. So what's that? 3? We need one more to get this Mastery of Time Ways. That tooltip doesn't look right. Experience gained from killing monsters and completing quests increased by 15%. Complete time walking dungeons increases the effect and extends its duration. Upon reaching 4 applications, transform to Mastery of Time Ways, increasing that effect to 90%. No. I don't think it goes to 90%. Has that been a thing all week? I guess some people probably wouldn't have seen it. That's somebody doing a dum-dum, because that 90 is like 3 times the 30 it's meant to be. That number at the bottom is not meant to multiply. Anyway. Has it fixed itself now? No, it hasn't. Okay, we need one more dungeon. One more dungeon. Isn't there some... where's it going to be? Is it an expansion? It's not an expansion feature thing, is it? Is it going to be an exploration? Dragon Isles? Where there's an achievement or something for doing this each and every week. hell, still haven't done this. I don't know. Complete all the Zaralek Cavern achievements below. Which one am I missing? Treasures of the Zaralek Cavern. Is this because I'm still missing the Seething Cache? Yeah, of course it is. Stupid Seething Cache. Master of the Turbulent Timeways. Gain mastery of Timeways for 5 weeks during the Turbulent Timeways event. Yeah, okay. Let's put that on track then. Right, what do we got? 6 minutes until the next dungeon. Let's while we're doing that, let's work on pink elephants. The Grim Guzzler Blackroth Depths, tameable. Seasonal, only tameable during Brewfest. Check your in-game cat, blah, 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 blah. Pink Elk is only visible if you're drunk or wearing the Synth Brew goggles. It remains visible to all once tamed. A pink elk appears if you're drunk just inside the entrance of the Grim Guzzler bar in Blackrock Depths during the Brewfest. You can get there super fast if you have the Brewfest remote. It does not appear in the current Diabrew boss instant version of the bar. Pink elks with this ID also appear all around both Algaran Stronghold and Stonebreaker Hold in Terrakar Forest Outland, but those are friendly and cannot be tamed. Master of the Turbulent Timeways ended up getting the mount this week because I did it on 5 accounts at the same time, cheating the game once again. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's funny. Fly around Valdrakken with that thing and you'll piss people off. The amount of whispers you'll get. How did you get that? Hacks. Hacks. Yeah, I suppose if you trigger the achievement at the same time on 5 accounts, it'll be like, yep, done. Boop. It's too ugly, nobody cares. I suppose, maybe. Right, I don't think I have I don't think I have the what do you call it? The remote. Let's have a look. There's a good chance it's in my bank. But there's also a good chance I just don't have it.
Looking for wares?
Nope, I don't have it. It's probably one of those things I've looked at it and gone, nah, don't need this, delete.
Will that be all?
So, I guess we do it the oldie fashion way, right? The ye oldie fashion way is Horde is what? I know how to get there quickly and easily as Alliance because you just fly from flipping. Do we have to? How do you get there as Horde? Stranglethorn Vale and fly up? Is that it? That's probably it, right? Where are these sending me? Tirisgard Sound, Nazmir, Oldham. Let's go and have a look, see what makes sense. We're still queued. We're still queued. Good. Hang on. Yeah, we're gonna hoppity hop. Long retail break. Will there be any raw materials? New raw materials with next patch? So far, only a couple. Are they considered raw materials? There looks to be a new skin, like the obsidian. What's it? Cobra scale. That skinners will get their hands on. There is... What's the other one? There's a new essence similar to the Shadow Flame essence. These aren't necessarily raw materials per se. It's just, you know, crafting reagents. But no new herb or node or anything from what we've seen so far. We didn't really get... We've not really had much of a PTR update in the last couple of weeks. We've only had a few handful of little things. Even people like Mr. GM, who spend a lot of time scouring the PTR for new goodies, are appearing to struggle for stuff to talk about at the moment. PTR has been very quiet the last couple of weeks. But in the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks, I would suspect development to be quite quick on it, due to the theory being probably second week in November we should see 10.2 go live, so it's not far off now. A little over a month away. Where's the Flight Master over here? I still don't really have my bearings as Horde. Chisel Grip. Let's just go Chisel Grip. I'll fly from wherever else we need to. Totally anecdotally, it's kind of sick season. I think my extended team has been off for at least 3 days in the last 2 weeks. Could be. It's getting to that time. Is this going to be our last time walking? This is our last time walking, yeah. Right. Hey, the stone core. What do we need in here? Mace. Slab hide is going to give us a dagger, a wand, and something for leather. Mace. Okay, once again, not particularly too much that I'm overly concerned about.
Follow me if you dare.
Wouldn't be too surprised in dev work slows this month. In theory, you should have a large enough team that you don't notice the gaps, but in practice, who really knows what's happening? See, this is what somewhat confuses me about Blizzard and their dev situation. Is by all understanding, they have a massive development team right now. Especially since they've recently, you know, acquired vast amounts of new members. So you're right. In theory, it shouldn't really feel ever as if, you know, if a couple of people are off for whatever reason, there shouldn't be any noticeable impact on that. But it's really interesting to see just how how PR heavy Blizzard are nowadays compared to what they used to be. They are so careful about anybody that works there doing or saying something that they shouldn't do. It's kind of, and that usually only tends to happen when things are not exactly rosy. You look at dev teams out there that are absolutely killing it. They're more than happy to be chill and open about what's going on. The more closed and PR'd up a company appears, it's often a sign of things are just a bit weird. That you're hiding something. But then again, like we've said, Blizzard have to be, since Activision Blizzard's recent controversies, they just have to be like unnecessarily careful about everything now, because the spotlight's on them. The spotlight is heavily on them. They can't put a foot wrong without the media just absolutely blasting them for it. Ha! I just realised there. Even without thinking, I jumped when he did his Quake. It's amazing what your muscle memory remembers and what it doesn't. I've not been in this dungeon for years, and I saw Quake and my brain instantly pressed the spacebar. Let's just pull everything for lols. Nobody else seems to know about it. Healer problem though, right? Who cares? Oh shit, did somebody get... Oops. Oops. Oh, at least I wasn't the first one to hit the boss. I thought I'd pawned then. And then I didn't. It's fine. So I wasn't the one that trapped the mage out of this. Mage is going to be pissed if the mount drops. Is it off slab height the mount drops? I mean, I've already got the mount, so all the things won't tell me, but... stand behind a thing. Oh, I was standing behind a pillar! Stupid game. I should do more time walking based upon the fact that there's still the infinite time reaver that I need. I suspect this is like a 0.1% drop rate kind of mount though, isn't it? Considering you can in theory just infinitely run time walking when it's up. This section of this dungeon, I remember, was an absolute nightmare. What was it, the scouts that go running off or something? And just aggro the shit out of everybody? I just realised our healer tank combo is level 35. In fact, oh, hang on. No, everybody's 35, of course they are. Ignore me. Nearly did a stupid live on stream then, didn't I? Oh well. Hunter do hunter things. Sorry, tank. How'd you get on with Phantom Liberty, by the way? Liking it? Yeah, I've had a blast with playing Phantom Liberty. For me, it's like so much of Cyberpunk 1.0 was still new to me. So for me, the lines are very blurred between where Phantom Liberty starts and the regular game finishes, if that makes sense. Which is obviously an indication that it's been well integrated into the game. So that's only a benefit. But it means, like, for me personally, you know, Dogtown is just a zone, like an area of the zone. There's vast other areas of the map that I hadn't really completed or played through properly anyway. So there's a lot more new to me than just Dogtown. The 2.0 update regarding the talents and the perks and stuff, I think is definitely good though. I've been liking that a lot. Why have we stopped? Why have we stopped? Are we good to go? Now the question is this the tank? Okay, tank's facing him away. That's always a good start.
Break yourselves upon my body.
Is he going to move out ground slam?
The strength of the earth.
Does he not need to move out the way of ground slam? Apparently not. Is he going to move out of shatter? Sorry, that's the one. 0 shits are given. Fair play.
Break yourselves upon my body. Feel the strength a protector has.
Sure.
fallen. The world's heart
If you
lies
can tank and heal through the mechanics, fair play. I didn't actually stream all that much of Phantom Liberty due to not really getting to play it properly until Wednesday, and then obviously Thursday, Friday I didn't stream last week, so I haven't actually streamed all that much of Phantom Liberty. And if I'm brutally honest, I probably won't from this point on, because it's not particularly a stream game. Much like Starfield was never really going to be a stream game. It's an aggressively single-player RPG game. It doesn't really have that stream appeal. But I've still had an awful lot of fun with it, there's no denying.
The world will be reborn in flames!
Damn, I want to see how the story ends. It was all a dream.
For my death, countless more will fall. The burden.
And more than anything else is I put like 40 hours into Cyberpunk in like a week, which heavily took away my ability to do much of anything else. Now, if I was a big streamer and could just casually sit and play Cyberpunk all day and still pay my bills, then I might do it. But I will slow down my Cyberpunk is something I'll play sort of passively by myself in the background. There we go. 1 of 5 done. I only really had fun watching you play when or because I couldn't, so that's fair. When I booted it up myself, I had to kill watching any streams or TV. Well, yeah, exactly. It's a very story-driven game, so you know you want to. If you're playing it yourself, you want to follow along your own story, and if you either don't have access to the game or haven't bought the game or something, then there's a fraction of people that will watch somebody else play it through its entirety. This is why, you know, people like Carnage and Shroud and people probably had, and Quinn even had a lot of success with these RPG games, but they play them from start to finish and then put them down and then that's it, sort of thing. It's just not stream content, is it? So I'm aware of that. Clearly need to get more into the cosplay aspects. Well, maybe. World of Warcraft, Diablo, you know, most sort of FPS shooter games, they're kind of things that can easily be watched whilst you're also playing the game yourself. So WoW fits into that category, obviously, very nicely. WoW is a very good... the irony is as an MMO goes, it's a very good game for streaming. Because you can be doing something yourself and you could be watching somebody else doing something totally different but still gaining something from it. So some of the female cosplayers streaming Cyberpunk appear to be killing it. Oh, wow. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even realize there was a 2 gift sub thing going on for Cyberpunk. It wasn't until the Phantom Liberty came out I even realized there was drops for it. I didn't look that far into it. I was never going to play it for more than a week or so anyway, so I'll probably finish the storyline off stream, tinker a little bit in my own time, but normal regular schedule will be focused on other things. I think if I cosplayed some of the outfits that I used in game, I think I would catch a ban pretty quickly, to be honest. Hope you enjoyed it. Didn't ruin it for you? No, not at all. There's so many little Easter eggs and secrets and stuff in that game. It's one of those games that I tend to think it's probably better played, you know, with some heads up of what's going on. Some slight backseating is more than acceptable in a game like that. But let's go get me some pink elephants, or at least a pink elephant. I suppose I should probably have 2, shouldn't I? So, the theory here is a pink elk appears if you're drunk just inside the entrance of the Grim Guzzler bar in Blackrock Depths during Brewfest. You can get there super fast if you have the remote. It does not appear in the boss instance version of the bar, so you can't use the daily boss to get there. Pink elks with this ID also appear other places. So we're going to need to get into the dungeon. No, hang on. We're going to need to get into the dungeon. We're then going to need to buy some alcoholic beverages. Put them in the microwave. And then grab us an elk. A pink one. Now let's see if I can remember where the dungeon entrance is. This will test my brain power. I think it's right down here somewhere, isn't it? It's through this little doorway. No, that's the Molten Core one. This way? Here we go. Are they braces? Leather, not collected. Damn, I need those. Okay. Don't be dumb like me and think he's outside the bar. He's just inside when you come into the right. Tamed 2 in 2 days to get the matching set. Just to be sure, the pink elk is only available during Brewfest, no matter how drunk or not. Or have the goggles or not. If you just want to go straight to the Grim Guzzler in order to tame the pink elk, this is the fastest route I have so far. Timed it from the moment I zoned into the entrance until I tamed the pet, 2 minutes 40 seconds. Granted, my ults outlevel the dungeon. Your results may vary, blah blah blah. From the entrance, take a left, go through the gate. Okay, this all needs to go on my other screen. I should probably dismiss these pets first. See you later. Do I have tame pet even remotely close on my bars somewhere? What's the tame pet button even look like? Professional hunter here, boys and girls. Is it? No, that's call a pet. Where's the pet spells gone? Pet utility. Where's tame? Let's put you down there. From the entrance, take a left, go through the gate, then take an immediate right and go through another gate. Left, gate. Left gate, right gate. Take the door on the left to the east garrison door. Once inside the east garrison, your character may need to activate the Shadowforge lock in order to open the upper door to the long path above. Hover over the lock and see if you see the gear icon. Once that's done, go up the ramp, keep left, follow that long path all the way into the west garrison. Have you looked into the PTR? Any idea what to earn much gold on? Are the new patterns in need of new transmute gem? When we looked, things were still very early days. Your best solution is to keep an eye on the YouTube channel. Anything of substantial nature will hit YouTube. If it hasn't hit YouTube, it either doesn't exist or I don't know about it. It's been a while since I posted a YouTube video, but that's because it's been a while since the PTR has really offered much of a muchness. Once that's done, go up the ramp, keep left, follow the long path all the way to the west garrison. You come out into the main open area, take an immediate right and go down a ramp into the manufactory area. Keep right, cut diagonally across the area until you come to a bridge leading to the Grim Guzzler. Why do I already think I am massively in the wrong area? Keep right, cut diagonally, the bridge to the Grim Guzzler. Oh, okay, here. If you do not have the Synth Brew goggles, then just go up to Plugger Spazring and purchase Plugger's Blackrock Ale. For me, 3 was enough to get drunk so I could see the pink elk. Okay. So now let's go find... Who was that dude? What was it? Who did he say? Plugger Spazring. He's up the top here, right? Somewhere. And buy 3 Plugger Blackrock Ales. 1, 2, 3. Send. I'll bind on pickup. Already collected. Okay. Conterans require more alcohol to get them drunk. Is that a thing? That's really clever. Right, let's get smashed. Where'd he go? Right. Now we are blasted. Now there should be a pink elk somewhere on the ramp where we came up. There he is! There he is! Boom! Easy sauce. Easy sauce. So my assumption is if we want double pink boys, do we have to then, can we zone out, zone in? Can we reset dungeon? Is reset dungeon a thing? Or do we have to come back tomorrow? They have a nice defensive ability, Trample. Tramples the target, slowing movement by 50% for 6 seconds. Cool. Right. Now I need... I just go... I'm just going to go back the way I came. If I go back the way I came, I'm not going to make a mistake because this place is a fucking maze. Okay. Still a touch tipsy. Mind you, don't fall off bridges drunk. I mean, that's pretty solid advice every day of the week. But yes, I will do my best. I think I could have just jumped down there as well, but the layout of this dungeon, like, it seemingly doesn't matter how many times I run this dungeon, I still have no idea where I'm going ever. It's just one of those that's just a mystery to me. What are all the red crosses I see in that add-on in the upper left of the screen? Are you talking about this? This is all the things again. Oh, I've come up scenic route. Oh well. You can only... Hang on. Hang on. Is it 4 or 5 you can stable on you at any point as a hunter? Is it 4 or 5? Wow, you've even found the big, you've got all the things, check marks. Am I going to have to go get rid of a pet or shuffle a pet around? I think you can have 5 at once, right? Right, let's try again. Right, let's see if my inbuilt sat-nav remembers where we went. Through here. Through here. Through here. Click the thing. We went through here, across the bridge. If we leave a trail of corpses, we know how we get back. That's how you leave breadcrumbs in this game. Just a trail of sparkly corpses. Can't go wrong. It is 5. Okay, nice. We should be able to get pink elephant number 2. Pinky and Perky. Well, they're probably trademarked. I think we came down here. Zip zippity zips through this way. Ignore the technicians. We'll just kill them all. What if we aggro deer? Yeah, that's a sketchy bridge to run across if you've had one too many. Right, we need rebooze up. Can you get a brown elk? Can you get the same one but brown? I've had a very crude idea for what to name them. I'll leave you to guess what it might be. Well, seems some of you are on the same page. Right. Get in my belly. Yoink. Boom. Okay, now we do need to do some shuffling because we need to put Fudge McDuck in 3rd spot and we need to put both of our mammoths in spot 1 and 2. Party and business. Pleasure and pain. Yeah. There's a there's a wide variety. I'm not sure you can get a brown one though. Right. That should then mean I've got we've got 2 here. So I need to Dalaman Hearthstone. Petopia have a... Whoa. Find pets. What are they considered? Mammoths, right? M for mammoth. Where's M for mammoth? Mammoths. Okay. Oh, they do. They do. They do a brown one. It's childish. It's childish. It's childish. That's what it is.
Making a special purchase?
Where's the stable master? You're not the stable master. You're the pet doodah.
Aha! Potential customer.
Huh, magic pet mirror. I never collected this. I need more shiny pet charms. Well. That's not happening, is it?
Keep it real.
What brings you here?
So I need now to put these two in 1 and 2, right? That means they'll... Is that slot 1 and 2? Is that going to mean
Luck, friend.
if we do a dismissal... And we go... Oh, no. Oh, that's clearly not right, is it? Is it the other end of the queue?
Hello.
Oh, it's first slot in the stable, so you've got to go there then. Okay. First active. Okay. We'll save a slot for a slot for Stinky.
Be careful.
Right, are we good? Hey! Double pink boys. Double pink boys. Okay. Well. To Negrand, I guess. Found sporadically through Negrand, except for the northwest. Negrand from here. Where's the Shatrath portal when you need one? Orgrimmar. Is there a Shatrath portal in here somewhere? Valdraken, Oribos, Azuna, Zoldazar, Crystal Song. Is it downstairs? Shatrath portal downstairs, maybe? Ashran, Caverns of Time, Shatrath, there we go. Right. It's to Negrand. We're still drunk apparently. My guess is down here somewhere. Jesus, when does the booze wear off? twitchy mouse movements keep me on track. Right, your clef hoofs. Can we, Oh. Flipping everywhere! Okay. This would be much easier if I could fly in a straight line. Who gave me all of those special potions? One too many sherries, methinks. Seems that they don't exist. Everywhere, not here. Lots of them up there. Everywhere apart from exactly where I am. Makes sense. Ah, there's a wild elk. It's the wrong colour, though. It's the wrong colour. The meme doesn't work if it's the wrong colour. I'm also going to assume that they're on the same spawn as well. So by killing one, it might force another one to spawn somewhere else. Sometimes I wonder how we get on to doing certain things on the stream. Is he considered brown? He's not as brown as I would think brown would be, you know what I mean? Brown grey. Is he the same colour? He is the same colour, isn't he? That's as brown as we're getting. That's as brown as we're getting. On the mammoth front as well, anyway. Not brown enough for Stinky. Ever heard of bleaching? Well. Yeah, he didn't look very brown. Well. Bleach Stinky. Right. Rename. What? What? How do I rename him? Rename. Yep. Then I need to dismiss Pinky. Summon. You? No, you've summoned Pinky again. No, what? Oh, because it's the first in the stupid stable thing, isn't it? Flipping doodars. Flipping doodars. And now both of my pink mammoths are called mammoth again. What's going on? Have I broke my game? Have I broke everything? Oh no, the brown one's called Pinky. Wow, why is the brown one called Pinky? Oh no. Oh. Wow, I've got two pink ones. Okay, back to the stable master. This is not as straightforward as I was giving it credit for. God, this meme's a lot of work. Naming pets is an awful lot of work. Certificate of ownership from the auction house. Yeah. Now, if any of you goblins goes and buys them all. I might just leave it like that, you know. That's the. I might just leave it that way.
We protect
While
the
we're
Isles.
here, let's grab that. Go on, give me something good. Future disposal cannon. Ah, the one thing I didn't want. Literally the one thing I didn't want was a weapon, because that's the only item I'd crafted up to 437 anyway. Oh lord, alright, fine. Stable master is down here somewhere, isn't it? Hang on. Is it round here somewhere? Yeah. Right. So you need to just go in here. You go there. And then, okay, let's swap these round for now. Okay. So we've got Pinky. Rename. Stinky. Okay. Oh, you can't see both pet names at the same time. We need a better title. We need a fitting title. You can if you have your UI set to always show. Edit mode. Pet frame. Ha 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 ha. unparalleled doesn't do it for me. I mean, Brewmaster kind of makes sense right now, surely. Crashing, Thrashing. Loveful? Do I have the Loveful one? I do not have Loveful. Is it the Loveful, maybe? Smelly? Master of the Ways? Of the Deeps? The Beloved? Inquisitive? Oh, the Loveful. We do have the Loveful. There we go. Manthe the Loveful. Oh, if you Alt Z it, it goes away again. What? Why is it considered a UI element? Oh. Anyway, whatever. Whatever. I'm going to leave it there for today, boys and girls. Because you're showing them as nameplates. UI problems. UI problems. Far too much like hard work. I'm hungry. I need to go get me some food. But, boys and girls, thank you all for joining once again today. We'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday. We are unlikely to get much like news or PTR stuff for a few days. So we can just chip away at doing like little bits and pieces for now. In essence, just playing the game, to be honest. Ending on a bun pun. Yeah, indeed. We got ourselves some new pets today. A couple of pink elephants for when we want to go double pink. Sometimes it's best twice in the pink. Who knows? But we will be back tomorrow. We will be mostly focusing on World of Warcraft for a little while now. There's not really too much on the horizon for me. We have City Skylines towards the end of the month, meaning before City Skylines, I might take a few days to play City Skylines 1. Maybe we can start building a big city there just to kind of get into the vibes, get into the way of City Skylines, remind myself a few tricks around traffic and this sort of stuff before Cities 2 comes out later in the month. Weird to have WoW sound like a filler. It's World of Warcraft is kind of one of those games that it's just very good now at just chipping away at your time. There's not particularly much substance at the moment, predominantly because I've done it all, right? This is not really a knock on Blizzard in any way, shape or form. I play this game way too much, so we can squeeze World of Warcraft in and around other things for sure. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Come say hi over on YouTube. Jump into the Discord if you're not there already. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Peace.